Welcome back, my H-Barbarians and my Hadarians. Now, this video is going to be purely dedicated to access. This goes out to any experienced and new user coming into the metaverse, and anyone who just really wants to know about this project being built off Hedera. So, access, of course, it is a metaverse built for the people. Exclusive access Metacore collectibles and Gen Zero multi-pass memberships already dropped in the beginning of October on the 1st. And if we go through here, right? Introducing the Metacore, the sustainable power source for the metaverse. Access is unlocking brand new worlds to experience. Now, the past few months, it's been insane. All the information coming out, just really where this is going. It just exceeded my expectations, and we're gonna get into that. But first, I do want to talk about the actual collectibles, the ones that are still available. So the rare gold, of course, and the captivating diamond. We're up 1,250 captivating diamond and 1,498 rare gold metacores. Now these are considered Generation Zero memberships for the Access Metaverse, and from my understanding is that these metacores will actually grant you extreme benefits, and allow you also allowed to stake these, lease these to other creators, so that they can build their own metaverse upon Access and Hedera. So it's very insane where this is gonna go. But I'm just gonna read through the perks again one more time. So of course, the perks of getting them early is Gen Zero member only merch, Access plus QFT content exclusives, Gen Zero Lounge, right, and Access events, Access X partner collab, QFT airdrops, early access to Creator Studio QFTs, virtual meet and greets with creators, your name attached to IRL Metacore, right? And then access into the Metaverse QFT, and then a physical Access Black Titanium card for members who bought the gold and the antimatter, right? But if you don't have the diamond, you won't be able to get that Access Black Titanium card, which we will talk about a little bit more in the video, because we did have a great AMA today with a lot of great information, and I'm just going to tackle all that today. So moving on, though, I did want to really just speak on this real quick, right? So this is kind of our little roadmap that we have for now. Phase 1, unlock a GIF PFP only for Gen Zero members plus antimatter drops, right? And we're going to keep on going as the phases go by. Phase 2, unlock a Gen Zero badge on your profile plus Gen Zero merchandise. All access Gen Zero member exclusive QFT drops plus experiences. And of course, the Metaseum opening gala powering up the Access Metacore IRL. Now, I learned a lot today about the Metaseum, right? And it's going to be very interesting how this plays out, right? We'll talk about that a little bit later. So, of course, if you are interested, if you have any business proposals, if you're a creator that is interested, make sure that you apply today. You're still super early. And this is going to be very interesting. So the first 360 solution for the creator economy: original character IP, product development, content distribution, right? So it's going to be insane, and we're going to build upon this, right? So this is the crew, right? Now this is not the crew, but this is what you'll be able to do with these antimatter metacores, right? So let's this is a tweet that I took. Antimatter metacores will be able to host metaverse worlds, right? Gold metacores will be able to build city states, right? Diamond metacores will be able to build marketplaces and experiences within those city states. Holding all three with a kryptonite unlocks the ability to create a new constellation within Access. So this is gonna be very insane. To me, it feels like Access is providing the creator economy the ability to pretty much create a metaverse within a metaverse within a metaverse, and so on, all built on the greenest DLT Hedera hashgraph, which makes the most sense, right? Um, Now, as far as how it may look, right? Pretty spot on, parabolic H bar, just the beginning to what Access official will be. We have the constellation here. That is freaking beautiful. Metaverse world here. And then we have the city states, right? From my understanding from the AMA today, make sure that you correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe people have access to about 5 TB of data due to Filecoin X Hedera partnering, right? In these metaverses. So that I'm not completely sure on that. I should have recorded the AMA today to look back on it. But I'm sure we'll speak more about that in the future, right? So this is the team, right? Mr. Dill, co-founder, CEO, and president, Sony, Disney, IMAX, CB Plus B, Trial DDB, founded, and some more. We have Alex OK, co-founder, chief operations officer, former owner and president of Forever 21, investor and philanthropist, right? So, and then we have Brian Seltzer here, chief business officer, head of Metaverse, former co-founder and president of Augmenta, acquired by Apple, now Arkit. Right, that's interesting. We have some very big names, a lot of great experience here. And then we have Mr. Chris here, chief product officer, co-founder, and CEO, right, of Revive. So this we have a great team, coming here. Mr. Dill mentioned partnerships earlier that he's under NDAs and cannot really speak about. So just think about where this is really gonna go, right? So the future of technology is going to be equally driven by seamlessness and security. Both are problems right now, and both can be addressed by blockchain technology. I believe that Mr. Dill, is at the center of attacking both of those issues. Featured on Vogue Business before, right? NASDAQ, Forbes, and Los Angeles Times. So let's take a look at that first Forbes mention. Unlocking a $200 billion collectibles market on the blockchain, right? That is massive. Okay. Verified collection, right? This is interesting, right? This is something, because Mr. Dill has been in this space for a very long time, right? He's an early adopter of Bitcoin, so he's been having this dream for a good minute now. But obviously, he wasn't able to build this off of the Bitcoin blockchain, and he chose not to build it off of the Ethereum blockchain. But he did have the choice to. But he obviously thought about this a little bit more, right? Which is why I feel like Axis is going to be a company that will last. That was so cringe. All right, so Verified Collection, a tech startup based in Los Angeles, California, is building a connected world where consumers have true digital ownership of the physical and digital goods they collect. In my last article, I wrote about why games were poised to change blockchain forever, but today we're looking at the startup focus on unlocking a $200 billion collectible market using elements of blockchain technology without the barriers found in blockchain companies today, right? So you kind of get an idea of what they're trying to do here and how long they've been working on this idea, if you catch me, right? So here, November 18, 2018, right? November 8th, 2018, 10 a.m. Verified Collection. First ever, I wouldn't say first, but, I guess you can say little earliest article here of what Axis is today, right? Then on November 1st, 2021 at 8:43 p.m., Axis posts on Twitter, our CEO, Mr. Dill, will be featured in Forbes tomorrow, right? Guys, connecting the dots. So as we move on, King Solomon, shout out to King Solomon, shout out to the XR community as well as I'm speaking about this, but this was the mention. First movers in the market include, right? First movers into the metaverse market, the 3D digital marketplace, or Web3, is Decentraland, Digital Land, Sandbox, open gaming metaverse like Minecraft, powered by NFTs. That is awesome. On Cyber, 3D NFT galleries, and Access launched the first phase of their metaverse, which is a social marketplace. right? A social marketplace. That's very interesting. Okay. Moving on though, Access posts here. We've been a big proponent of Web3 decentralized everything, but as a society, we aren't there yet. So Access was built to be a bridge to help onboard 98% of the market that is not crypto native. For the everyday consumer, they won't care what blockchain they're operating on, right? One for one. All right. So why is this so important? For one, is that Hedera is fully inoperable, right? Inoperable. For two, is that right now Axis, the only way they're taking payments is they're using a Coinbase plugin where you can pay in USDC, Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? And USDC. I'm pretty sure I already said USDC. Then you can also use your debit card if you didn't want to do that. So you can use your debit card to buy technically what is called a quantum fingerprint tag, right? But it's otherly known as an NFT, so a non-fungible token. But quantum fingerprint tag is their way of Axis's way of keeping their collections, their products, and everything that's going to be within this metaverse organized and controlled and seamless and secured, right? So this is the only company that I really and truly accept on HBAR that doesn't take HBAR, right? And it's not that they don't take HBAR. They actually do. You would just have to email them, and the process would take a little bit longer. But personally, I just paid with my debit card for a couple first collections, and then I also use USD and Ethereum, which I do not recommend. Terrible experience. Definitely outie. Right, so moving on though, we can confirm Access community members do actually own the NFT QFT they purchase, right? So if you do purchase one of their Metacores or their collections dropped, you own them, right? And this is just to tackle something that was mentioned in the Discords earlier. Someone mentioned something about intellectual property, but I don't think they really knew what that meant, because any big manufacturer sells intellectual property. Right? Honda sells you Honda, Nike sells you Nike, Jordan sells you Jordan. They're just selling it to you. That's the beauty of DLT and the blockchain hash graph. True digital ownerships, no timeline right now other than it is coming. It is coming, right? Remember, Access is under some NDAs. They're not going to be so transparent with you, but they are. I'm not saying that they're not a transparent company, which they are. Because I've been writing since the beginning. Super transparent. The community is great. Hedera is great, right? But they have to move in silence a little bit. So let's talk about some other things here. So today, November 3rd at 11:54 a.m., today we can actually natively read ERC 720 smart contracts natively into our ecosystem, and our NFT/QFTs can be moved into other ecosystems. It will be up to them if they want to read it, though, right? So it'll be up to other businesses, other wallets, more of wallets, right? It's up to them if they want to be able to read these QFTs and NFTs on Access, which come December. Come January, I'm pretty sure they're gonna want to look into these SDKs and these APIs for being able to transfer these QFTs to their wallet, right? Because Access is massive. The analogy we like to give here is, instead of jumping off a cliff and trying to reach up for a vine in the middle in hopes to make it into this Web3 world, let's build a bridge so we don't leave anyone behind, right? Everyone is like, oh, what's the metaverse? What's an NFT? Why is a picture worth this much, right? And Access is planning to be that bridge for brands and companies and normal creators and experienced creators to just allow and just start, developing, collaborating, and coming together, right? And that's why they take debit card purchases, they take BTC, ETH, USDC, and so on, so that they can act as a bridge for the normal and average consumer. They're not just thinking about HBAR maxis, all right? Even though they're built off their hash graph. Another thing to note here is advanced users will be able to move NFTs and QFTs into their own managed wallets. We will even let advanced users swap out their credentials to their own managed credentials in the future. Right? That's going to be insane. By advanced users, they expect you probably to know a little bit, about, I'd say, about token association and things of that nature. But it's very simple when you get into it, right? But this is good. This is big here. So we will let advanced users swap out their credentials to their own managed credentials in the future. What? We were talking about this. So if we go back here, antimatter metacores will be able to host metaverse worlds. Gold metacores will be able to build city states. Diamond metacores will be able to build marketplaces and experiences. So the fact that if you pretty much, let me go back, right? If they will allow you to swap out their credentials to their own managed credentials in the future. So you're gonna probably be, if you own one of these metacores, these antimatters, you're probably gonna be some demigod controlling a whole, player one experience or something like that, like Ready Player One. Like, it's gonna be insane. Within that metaverse that you host, you're gonna have city states, right, where businesses could probably set up. And then that's with the rare gold. And with the diamond core, you're gonna be able to create marketplaces and experiences, right? But if you have the rare gold, you don't necessarily need the diamond, from my understanding, to build marketplaces and experiences. But I can kind of see what they're doing here, right? So if you have that rare gold and you have that antimatter, and someone pops up into your metaverse with a diamond metacore, then that allows them to create a market and experience within your metaverse. Whoa. Right? Just blowed by that. This is all speculation too. It's not official content. We're just going deep, right? So let's talk about their first partnership, right? Axis's first partnership. Excited to announce the official West Coast Customs X SEMA show. Porsche 911 RSR NFT show floor is now open, right? This is massive. I think this is the biggest partnership that we've seen on any type of QFT, NFT, Hedera project. Now, the reason why I'm so bullish on this right now is because SEMA show is an annual event with a bunch of car enthusiasts. So Axis created these collectibles and QFTs for an already established audience, right? As to, let's say if I because I made a decision, right? I really wanted a fugitive, right? But I have a certain limit on NFTs, that I'll spend, right, every month. So I really wanted a fugitive, but I decided to go with Axis, and that's mainly because Axis already has an audience established for these collectibles if I wanted to resell them in the future, right? These are based off of real products, a real Porsche 911 RSR, right? And then, of course, if we go to official West Coast Customs, they have 292K followers on Twitter, 1 million followers on Instagram, and about 800K followers, subscribers on YouTube. And we'll get into that, right? So this is West Coast Customs, right? This is their website. Really dope. All these customs. We got a Rolls Royce. We'll probably be whipping in one of those in the future. They have products. They have a customer base. They have a marketing platform. They already have it all established. That's the beauty of a partnership, right? So I do want to show you this, though. I do want to show you some of the people that are affiliated with West Coast Customs. Take a look.
We're building amazing cars, and this is just the beginning of what we're getting into.
Wow.
Justin Bieber.
Oh my goodness. What the? What? Oh my God. What? Oh my goodness. What?
3 years, Jay. 3 years.
West Coast Customs had Justin Bieber crying on the floor. I'm just kidding. But they had him crying on the floor for his Rolls Royce, his custom Rolls Royce that he's been waiting for a good minute. And that was in February 19, 2021. It premiered February 19, 2021. Right? That's big. That means Justin Bieber probably wants his own Rolls Royce QFT. He'll probably will ring up West Coast Customs, and West Coast Customs will definitely ring up Access, because Access already has their own show floor as seen here on the metaverse, right? And this is just their little landing page. This is not even the metaverse just yet. WCC, West Coast Customs X SEMA 2021 NFT show floor, right? So playing card series, they dropped the playing card series. That's huge. The 10 of spades here. You have these here, all based off of Porsche 911 RSR. If you get the full house, you get all the cards. Paper Legend NFT and paper art, right? Porsche 911 RSR here. We have this one here, 1 for 1, and then we have this one here. Now, I do want to note that I believe all of these are open edition until SEMA is over. SEMA is going to only last about a week. After that week is over, I'm sure that these will not be available anymore, right? For the time being, until we have another SEMA event or West Coast Customs event for West Coast Customs. And anyone who owns any of these past that date is going to be one of the only people in the world that has West Coast Custom NFTs or QFTs on the metaverse. And come selling functions, come trading functions on Access, that's going to be big. Okay? Now, I do want to note that some people do have issues buying these. Some people, it takes probably about over 8 to 9 hours just for their QFT to pop up. But let me vouch for that, because my first few collections popped in my wallet just like that using my debit card. But when I used ETH, when I used USDC and things of that nature, it took a little bit longer. I'm actually still waiting for my second pack, right? We're going to look right into that. So we have the Metacores here. Guys, you guys are going to be allowed to chill in my metaverse when I build it, right? I'm definitely going to be franchising a couple Burger Kings so that we can have digital burgers. And, of course, we have the Porsches here, of course. That's going to be insane. And if you take a look here, let me click one. Oh my god. It says utility. Right? Category utility. Interesting. QF tag category utility. Now, what type of utility does that mean? I don't know, but there's been some speculation that you're going to be able to drive these in the metaverse, and that is probably a lie. But I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened. So when your friends enter into the metaverse with you driving their sports car, SEMA show official West Coast Customs. They have the link here. Right? Now, this was something that I decided to just put here. For the sake of clarity, can you confirm that Access community members do actually own the NFT QFTs they purchase? And if so, what is the implementation timeline for allowing members to move NFTs slash QFTs to their own non-Access managed wallets, right? Thank you again. The best of luck to the team. Access replied, we can confirm Access community members do actually own NFT slash QFT they purchase, which makes a lot of sense since it is on the hash graph, guys. That token that you associate and mint it is on the hash graph. That's the beauty of DLT, right? Distributed ledger technology, and the blockchain slash hash graph. True digital ownerships. No timeline right now other than it is coming. So then, of course, they're not going to let you know that. But it is coming. And Access being mentioned in Forbes as a open social marketplace, it's going to roll in, and it's probably going to roll in a little bit faster than we expected, kind of like how we got hit with this news, right? So about the metacores, about the antimatter here, I did want to talk about this real quick. So we only minted 1,000, and we kept a few in reserve for the community, for giveaways and things of that sort. But beyond that, right, raise prices on, they asked if you, they did a little poll here, raise prices on the remaining metacores, yes, no, or burn the rest. Obviously, a lot of people want to burn the rest. So that's going to be very interesting to see, because that, from my understanding, where it was the first 3 metacores with their own unique element in Generation 0 membership drop, right? Now, yes, I said Generation 0. In the AMA today, Mr. Dill was mentioning Generation 1, right? And what's going to be replacing the antimatter, the top tier membership in Generation 1 is going to be Vibranium, right? Wakanda. Wakanda, all right? All right, so Vibranium. So that's what he said. It might have been a joke, but who knows? But you see what's going on here, right? He's building a metaverse for the metaverse, in the metaverse, right? For creators, for businesses. It's going to be an open social marketplace in the 3D web built off of the greenest DOT. And it's going to be insane, because it looks like, from the looks of it, there's going to be these membership drops every generation with different perks and so on. They're also going to have their own in-world currency called VCCESS, not set yet, but that is what it looks like it's going to be, right? And it's going to be a fungible token generated by the Hedera token service, which means that it's going to be a fungible token operating at native layer speeds. So that's 10,000 TPS, right? With less of a cent of a fee, which is amazing. Which is why Access decided on his journey from all the way since he was an early Bitcoin adopted till now to build this company on the Hedera hash graph. Because I'm sure he's never seen anything like it before. Right? Now, if you guys do have issues buying any of these metacores or any of these collectibles, make sure that you do email support@access.com. In the Discord, there is only one official member, which is Mr. Dill. A lot of people do seem to think that I'm some type of, I work for them, but I don't. I work for myself. And I participate in community, in the community events, of course. So, definitely email them if anything. And there are some things that I do want to talk about before you leave, right? Lifetime access Medicine Pass, right? We finally got some juice on what this is. So, right? Supposedly, Access is building a building a little bit closer to the Hedera HQ in Dallas, Texas, or somewhere in Texas. And it's going to act as the Access Medicine, which is going to tie in physical and digital goods. He was mentioning that you'll be able to walk in with the antimatter, because it does give you lifetime access, right? You can just walk in. I don't know, maybe throw on some Google glasses, some Google smart glasses, and see your QFTs in the digital and physical world combined. That's amazing. One more thing to note is the physical black titanium card, from my understanding, is going to just be more of a memorable piece of, just history that you can hold for investing into this company so early, right? And he did put some big emphasis on, this is about the community, this is about us. So if we as a collective came together and probably wanted to see this black titanium card used for transactions or things of that sort, maybe that can be a possibility. But until then, we just have to stay tuned, stay posted, and stay tuned in the Discords, all right? Thanks for watching today. It was a lot of information. If you got through it, you're an amazing person, and I'll see you in the Discords. Be rich out. Peace.